Hi everyone, welcome to another tutorial on my YouTube channel, and today I wanted to share the technique which I use, which has really helped me getting almost zero wrinkles on my decoupage project every time. So here is what I'll be using, some of the supplies, which is I'm going to use this newly launched Craft Angles decoupage napkins along with two brushes. One will be used to apply glue and varnish, and one will be used to for applying the napkin. You will see the process when I'll use them. And I'm also prepped some MDF coasters already with white gesso so that I can directly start some decoupage on top of it. Now below I will in the description I'll link down my decoupage tutorials which I have previously shared on this channel with you all, where you can see all the prep steps, like how I prep my base, how I add gesso, etc., in case you are curious. So today we are using this decoupage napkin, which is newly launched Craft Angles decoupage napkin called Pink Bouquets. It is one of my favorite design. It has very subtle pink blooms, and I thought this particular design was perfect to make the project. Now I'm going to use some water with a brush to kind of tear off the area that I want to decoupage. Again, this is going to be with water because it kind of gives it a very deckled edge. Now I'm putting the design face down on a plastic folder, and I'm taking the brush which has very soft bristles. So I don't use this brush for paint or anything. This is as is when I had received. So it's in the same condition. And then what I did was I took some water on, I applied water on top of it, and then with light hand I kind of moved from the center to the outside, and I moved the water. So what that does is it will stick the napkin on top of the folder with the help of water, which then we will use to stick on top of the coaster. Now that my napkin is ready, I am preparing my base. So what I do is I take this gessoed white base, and then I'm applying some Craft Angles decoupage glue with a wet brush on top of the base where I'm going to stick the napkin. And then what I'll do is I will take this folder and flip it so that it will stick my napkin on top of the coaster like so. So here I have zoomed in so you can exactly see the process. And then using my fingers, I'm making sure that I am dabbing the napkin so that everything is being pushed on top of the coaster. Now here you can see I did not have a lot of excess white areas in the corner. So this is a learning. Always with napkin, keep some extra white area in the corner, which you can use to kind of hold your napkin in one corner while you slide off the folder, as I just showed in the tutorial. And then using your fingers, you can scrub off the excess white area using your nails and fingers, just like how I did right now. So that will really help the process. And then we let this air dry before we move on to the next step. Here is another such coaster that I have made using the exact same process. And I'm also going to show you one more coaster with another napkin so that you can see how easy it is to use these. So here I'm using another favorite one of mine, which is called as Birds 4. Now this particular flamingo was just calling to me to make coasters out of them, because then I would have like a set of 6 coasters, which would be perfect, if I wanted to make a set. But currently I decided to just make one to show you how beautiful it looks. Again, I follow the exact same process that I did for the first coaster, but just to show you using the same process, you get the same effect consistently, is why I am kind of repeating the same thing. Also here I fixed my mistake, which was having that white overhang, so that I can easily lift up my folder while I'm sticking my napkin on top using the folder method. So again, we'll follow the same thing. I get my folder ready, I invert my design, and I put it face down onto the folder using a brush which I don't use for painting, varnish, or glue. So this is an extremely soft bristled brush, and I add some water on top of it, and with very light hand from center to outside, I kind of make the napkin wet with a very light hand and making sure that there are no wrinkles on top of it. Now I prep my MDF base using some heavy watered, using some brush which has a lot of water in it mixed with Craft Angles decoupage glue, and just applying it on coaster. And then here you can see I'm inverting my folder and applying the napkin back to the coaster, and then from one corner I'll peel the napkin off. You could see how easy it was because we had that white overhang which I could hold on with my fingers while while I'm removing the file folder. Now what I am doing is, just because it was a little bit wet, I am kind of drying it off, and then what I decided was I will use a sanding paper to sand off white brush. However, you could have also used the technique that I did, which was tearing off paper with your nails and from the corners. So that's also possible. This is just me showing you another way that you could use a sanding paper after drying, or while it is wet you could use your fingers and remove the excess white. It again depends on what you like, or what is your process, but I wanted to show you both the process. So here you can see how this no wrinkle decoupage napkin has been applied on the coaster. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you two looks on top of the coaster. One is using varnish and one is using glaze, which is very similar to resin. Now, I get this question in my lives a lot of time, that can we apply stickers and can we put resin on top of it? So the answer to that is yes, of course you can. But I wanted to show you a demo of this, since I was already shooting a video. So what I did is I took some stickers. Now these are Craft Angles journal stickers, and then I'm applying them on top of my coaster. Make sure that you burnish your sticker properly. Like, there should not be any air bubble between your sticker and your surface. This is one mistake that I did in my second coaster. You will see what issue I'm talking about, but make sure your sticker is stuck 100% properly to the base before moving to varnishing or glaze. Now here what I am applying is a product called as Craft Angles liquid glaze. This is a very in product, especially if you want decoupage on decoupage project, a resin like coating, but with no mixing, nothing for resin. So what I do is, this is a one part solution, so I simply pour it in the areas where I want it to be applied. It's little bit thick as compared to varnish, so the thickness is quite similar to resin, and you add that on top of whatever area you want to apply a coat to, and then using a popsicle stick like how I'm using, you just spread that liquid, and over the period of time it does level down. However, you make sure that you have spread it across the complete area that you want to spread. Don't even leave a minute area of uh, the coaster or the base. And also make sure you pop all the bubbles if there are any, using a prick. This is very heat sensitive, so don't use like a burner to do it, like how you would use to pop resin bubbles. Just make sure of that. So no heat on top of liquid glaze, and this needs to air dry. So this will dry within like touch dries within 3 to 4 hours, and it needs like a couple of days to cure completely, and then it will be rock solid. Now on my second coaster, again, I'm using the same sticker and applying them on the coasters, and then I'm going to do a coat of varnish. Now here is what you will see the issue, that my sticker was not stuck properly. So while varnishing, what happened was a little bit of varnish went below the sticker, and to kind of rectify it, I used my nails, and they kind of torn the sticker a little bit. So that, avoid that mistake, learn from my mistakes, and before applying varnish or glaze or resin on top of your coaster, make sure that your stickers are 100% adhered. So now here you see me applying a coat of varnish, and I will be applying two coats of varnish. In the video, I'm just showing you one coat. If you see my earlier decoupage video, I take you through step by step each and every process. But here I'm just showing you one coat. How this works is, you let the one coat air dry for like say 12 to 18 hours. Then come back, apply second coat, let it dry for another 12 to 18 hours, and you are done. Here I am showing you the outcome of both the coasters. Now this has a very glossy and vibrant finish, the flamingo one, and the flower one has a very raisin like finish. So depending on what you like, you could, select either one. I leave you with a lot of pictures, and also all the product details are in the description of the video, the product links, etc. So do check that out. I'll see you back with another tutorial. Till then guys, take care. Bye bye.